Yo, all right. It's Friday morning, 8 o'clock. I'm jumping into my dialer now, and I'm going to be calling old expireds. Now, when I say old expireds, a lot of people call them from like a year back and things like that. Um, I've tried that. I haven't had much luck with it, but I know that, it's potential for that to work. So I'm definitely not knocking it. But when I say old expireds, I typically mean um, expires that are like a week old. So basically the way the market is now, there's not a there's not like 20 or 30 expires every day. Um, so it's not a ton of volume for me to call. So I just kind of let them pile up. And in all honesty, if they've relisted, which is possible a lot of times, what I hear a lot of is like it's an error or a mistake that it was marked expired in the MLS. Um, so a lot of times they're already relisted. But then the ones that aren't, then I can just kind of keep in contact and just kind of get an understanding for, what happened. Um, See if there's any way that I can help. I don't push that hard for appointments and things like that, and really like, technically like beat people up or whatever. Um, I just kind of go for it, get a feel for what they might want or need from me. Um, and it's pretty easy in the dialer here too. I don't go in and necessarily like research every last one. I just hit play on the campaign and see if there's anything I can do for these folks. So I don't know. I think for the expires, I get expireds, canceled, and for sale by owners. I haven't called for sale by owners in a while. Um, I've been kind of sticking to the expired listings, but um, yeah, from that it's just kind of seeing what's going on with them. All right, found one. So the first ones I'm going to call are going to be the ones that expired today. So here's an example. There's only two that expired today, or at least that came through the dialer here. Um, so, that just kind of gives you an idea for what that volume is looking like. So it's typically two or three a day. Sometimes I'll get five depending on the day. Obviously, big days are like the first of the year, and then the middle of the year, like June 30th. There's a ton of them. I think I got like 60 something on that day or whatever. It's just kind of how when people list is how it all kind of works out with the dates. Um, I also find that the expired listings are some of the higher priced homes. To be honest, they're tough to price. So it's not necessarily the agent, when it comes down to pricing it. There may not be that many comps out there, especially with inventory. So it's definitely not a knock against the agent. But if the owner gets frustrated and or anything like that, then they may look to want to interview other agents, and that's just a question that I ask. And if they want to stick with the same agent, great. It's just a matter of having that discussion on if they need to make a price adjustment or not. So I just press play. I'm going to call these two and see what's up. I get some that are from Wisconsin, and I kind of go through the script on those too, but for the most part, I don't really deal with it because I don't have a license there. All right, see, neither one of those answered. It's quick. Like I have my thing set to ring four times, and I have um, it dials three lines at a time. So because there were two, it dialed them both at the same time. Hello, hi. This is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? National Realty Guild. Do I have the right number? I saw that there was a house on the market, and it came off as expired. Is that, I don't know if you were the owner of that home or, um, okay, gotcha. All righty. Well, I'll remove you from this list. Thank you. Bye bye. Just now reconnect. I gotta reconnect. So it's weird because there's like alternate numbers that'll come through here. I didn't even know what property that was because of the fact that like it went away from the screen. It said that the campaign was completed, but then all of a sudden there was somebody talking in my ear, so they might have heard my whole conversation with you guys. Oh, see, there's three contacts on that one now. But and yes, I just finished working out this morning. I ain't even go take a shower yet. Nothing. It was 8 o'clock. It was time for me to sit down and make calls, so I just sat down and got after it. So that's how that works. Now, I'll shower afterwards. I mean, they don't know. Whatever. It might have been Kathy Stewart. I don't know, but I'm going to. And usually, like after I call them, because I don't know who that was, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete those folks, those contacts. Like if they don't answer or something like that. But like because I do so much circle prospecting and things like that, I don't really stress over these expired listings. I probably on average will get more hot, quote unquote, hot leads from these calls. Um, but oftentimes they've relisted and there's not a lot that's expiring these days because the market is extremely hot. So um, if I made this like the only calls that I'd ever be making or whatever, um, then maybe I treat them differently. But it also comes off, it's I can, I find that I'm a little bit more relaxed on the phone when I call these folks too because of that. It's just they're not my only target, my only lead. So calling a couple more now, see what happens. So I'm gonna go back to all of the expireds from Saturday to today. There's one in St. Paul. There's one in St. Paul, right by the house that I just sold. Um, so yeah, so it's going back to call alternate numbers now. Hey Greg, this is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? I got you. Well, hey, do you have a minute to talk? Well, hey, I just saw that you had that house on Bagley Avenue on the market. Was that right? Whatever happened with that? Is it still on the market, or did you relist it, or did it come off? It still is. All right, gotcha. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Yep. So yeah, see, that one was still on the market. It's a simple question, and a lot of times these people say, like I'm at work. Sometimes I'll get a smart aleck back and say me too. Uh, but I just asked if they had a minute to talk. So look, so then I can get rid of those, and this also helps me clean up my database because I don't want just dead leads in there, you know. So if that one's listed, it's unethical for me to pursue it. I call them, I ask them, there was somebody and that's that. Um, right, find the next one. So if I could share my screen, I would. Maybe I'll do this through a different format another time. Kind of like a webinar, Zoom or something. I can share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. But basically, I'm just scrolling through my leads. So you see, today's the 24th, and if I go back through the last 7 days, there's a lot of canceled ones, which I don't really call that often because canceled ones, they're they're they did it the contract or whatever may have expired. But a lot of times it's just like, yeah, they're just flat out not looking at selling anymore for whatever reason. I typically go for the expired ones mostly, just because it's a little bit more fresh on their mind. They might be thinking about going back into uh, to list again or whatever. But like I was saying, it's the 24th today, and then the next one is on the 16th for the ones that I will call. Right, so that's my 7 days right there. Those are the ones that I got. So that just shows you that there's just not much happening. There's not much expiring, which is good. That's great. I love that. Disconnect. That was a wrong number. Numbers aren't always accurate. This is pulling from the deed. It's pulling from any numbers that could potentially be attached to the property. It may not even be the right person. So that's why I try to identify them by their name, or by the address. Make sure it's the right person and get to talking. But I mean, to be honest with you, I think I'm done today, and that's fine because every other day this week I've probably made about 1,000 phone calls this week. So I'd say that's a good week. Got some good leads, some people to follow up with. Um, yeah, let me see. What's today's date? The 24th, and 16th, 17th was last Friday. So that's my 7 days right there. The rest of these I'm just gonna kind of let go. Actually, let me do this. That moves some. All right, we'll run a campaign on this one real quick. See what happens here. Some of these people I called before. Uh, but yeah, it's like 40 numbers on this one. Let's see what happens. That moves some. Hey Chase, this is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? Okay, gotcha. I think I actually may have given you a call before. Just wanted to see whatever happened with that. Did you just take it off, or you thinking about selling it later on down the line? Renting it out. Gotcha. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate your time, Chase. Yep, it's perfect. See, I can mark him as don't call. He jumped right to it. He said, "I'm not selling my house." Other agents call these people, so um, that's it too. So a lot of times when I call, they're already frustrated. Somebody already called and probably beat them up. and was begging for the listing or whatever. I literally just want to see what happened. And I want to see if I can help. That's the approach that I take. If I catch a voicemail 3 times, I let it go. I don't call them anymore. That was another voicemail. So it's literally like there's silence. Hello? Oops. There's like silence in my ear. And then all of a sudden there'll just be a voicemail or a voice going. Um, but yeah, this will give me 20, 25 minutes on the phone this morning. I saved these for Fridays. People are a little bit in a better mood on a Friday going into the weekend, or maybe that's when they're thinking about making different moves or whatever. Um, it also gives me a break from just the normal circle prospecting that I do, and gives me potential to maybe jump into another market. So these are coming from all over the place. And like I said, I get some from Wisconsin just because of the radius that I pull from. Um, if it's somewhere close, then maybe I'll send a referral out if it's a good lead. If not, then I just kind of go through it and I just say, you know what, I see that you're in Wisconsin. I don't know if there's much I can do for you. Just wanted to call and see what happened with it and if there's anything I can do. But I don't know. I'll travel 30, 40 miles from my house to, I call that kind of my territory. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Inventory's low. I marked that do not call. It's another voicemail that I've left before about 3 times. Mhm. Hello? Hi, is this Ms. Anderson? Ms. Anderson, this is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? Awesome. Hey, I won't take up too much of your time. I know I called you completely out of the blue. I was calling about the house on 3rd Street in Excelsior. Is that still on the market? It is. You relisted it? Oh, that's awesome. Well, good for you. I was calling to see if there was anything I can do to help. Sounds like you got it all figured out. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking my call. Bye-bye. And that one relisted and got an offer. That happens too. Like, I'm genuinely happy for stuff like that because if the house expires and they got a market and it's back on the market. Hello. Hi, Brian. Brian, this is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? Well, I was actually calling about that house on Louisiana Avenue. Is that back on the market? Oh, it's been leased. Gotcha. So yeah, so people are pretty quick to hang up because if they've gotten if they've gotten calls from honestly I've heard people say they've gotten calls from like 20 real estate agents on the day that their home expires. And I know that can get frustrating. So I understand that. So I don't get mad at them for not wanting to hear from me. But I'm calling a little bit later, and they're usually either relisted or what I'm hearing a lot now is that they're renting the houses out. That's fine too. So there's some on here that are like way up north, like uh like lake homes, and those are like 3 4 hours for me. So I'm not gonna drive that far. But if there's people in my office that work out that way, if I can qualify them, if I can qualify them and see that if they're interested and actually want to do something, then um, and if they're interested, then I'll send a referral over for sure. Take a referral fee, and then of course just let the person know that it won't be me showing up to the appointment or doing whatever, but I can do everything virtually now, so that increases my radius for what I can actually do. So looking at that, you know, if I can do things virtually, I can meet with somebody through video conference, get all their information, understand what they want to do, what their goals are, and then I can move on from there and see if there's anything that I can do for them and let them know that I do have somebody in my office that can probably help. Um, and we can set it up that way. Maybe it'd be something where I like co-list or do something like that. I don't mind doing that. And just kind of being having them be the point of contact. But I don't have a team of agents. Just agents that work for my brokers. I do have my broker's license. Um, and I'm listening to my Friday music in the background. Hello. Hi, Susie. This is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? Well, I was calling about the house on Wedgewood Drive. I saw that it was on the market. Just want to see whatever happened with it. Nice, nice. Alrighty. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for taking my call. Bye bye. Another one. They relisted. But you see, I think people appreciate the fact that I just go ahead and get off the phone. I'm not going to tell, I cannot tell somebody to can't. Hello, hi, Miss Simon. This is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? All right, thank you. Voicemail there. Do not call on that one. Um, Flying through these now. Um, yeah, she just said she flat out wasn't interested, so that's fine. But yeah, anyway, I can't legally, ethically, I can't tell somebody to cancel their contract. Hello? I see that was in Wisconsin. I don't want that one. Hi there. This is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. Did I catch you at a bad time? Awesome. Hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time at all. I know I called you completely out of the blue, but I saw that there was the house on Viking Boulevard that was on the market. I was just calling to see whatever happened with it. Did, yeah. Oh wow. Gotcha. Gotcha. Have you relisted it already? Oh, okay. Got you. So, who did you end up going with? What brokerage? Yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. Nice. Oh, it just went back on yesterday. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Well, hey, I wish you the best of luck. Are things going better for you this time around? Good, perfect. It's a lot of land. No kidding. Okay. You had that list. You had it listed at 490 before. Did you come back on at the same price? Yeah, gotcha, gotcha. So did it? Is it already active on the MLS, or were you guys looking to was your daughter looking to do some interviews still? Were you guys still looking to interview other agents, or had you already signed a contract and listed it again? Okay. Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Well, I mean, if there isn't a contract signed or anything, I'd love to interview for the job to help you guys sell it. I think it's a wonderful property, and if there's anything I can do to help, I'd love to. Would there be any chance that I could get my information over there? Yeah, I know. I know. I saw it. Yeah, I realized I didn't. Yeah, so that's why I was asking. I didn't know if you guys had already, if it had already gone active on the MLS or not, or if you guys had signed that contract. But if you did, then I'll work on bringing a buyer by. Okay. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Thanks so much. All right. You have a good one. Bye bye. You see, I try. It's just a matter of asking questions, right? They had already listed. He moved out of state. His daughter is taking over the responsibility to try to find an agent. Sounds. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, this is Blake from over at National Realty Guild. And I caught you at a bad time. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Wrong number. All right, thank you. His daughter was taking over. Sound like they had already interviewed and they went back on the market yesterday. But if I had called him earlier, maybe I'd have gotten him. Um, I don't know. I'm not going to change the things that I do. It works for me. He has my phone number, or at least he has my number. Call back into my dialer. If they haven't signed a contract, I'm actually not even going to leave a message. That was way out, way out. Uh, so yeah, I mean, there was a connection there because sometimes people like a hard worker. And that's what I do. I work hard. I got four more numbers to call on this list, and then I'm done for Friday. I'm not making any more calls like this. I'm going to follow up on the stuff that I have going on, tie up any loose ends, and I'm rolling from there. The interesting thing is that that house had expired. He blamed the agent, um, and it then went on the market at 490, and they put it back on the market at the same price. A lot of times, what it comes down to is the price of the property for why it expired, and taking on a client like that might be a little bit difficult, but you guys have to have those conversations with them. I have one now. They're just not in a rush to sell. So, so just tested out at a higher price. Got some interest, but nobody made an offer yet, and then showings kind of stopped. So then next week, I've already let them know that we'll be dropping the price. It's a matter of talking to them about it and showing them the comps. When we drop the price, get an offer, sell it. So you can't wait too long. You can't wait like 3 months, let the house go stale. It's only been 3 weeks for that one, so it'll pop into other people's searches once we drop that price, and it'll sell. And that's kind of how it goes. But you have to have a strategy behind it. I sat down real quick this morning. I don't have no pens around or nothing like that. So if I get some information, I'm reaching for pens and doing stuff like that all over the place. But I just got to get to it. I got to get to it around 8 o'clock or as close to 8 o'clock as I can, especially on a Friday because I know I can work through these in about 45 minutes and be done pretty much for the week. Usually on Saturday morning, I get up and do some more circle prospecting. Um, but I start those around like 10 or 11 o'clock, especially like if I don't have any showings or anything like that scheduled. Um, so I'll do a little bit more circle prospecting. Um, and then on Sunday, I plan out the week, all the days I'm going to do it. So circle prospecting Monday through Thursday. Hello? No, I think I have the wrong number. Sorry about that. Um, Perfect. I kind of cleaned up that. Yep, perfect. Yeah, I kind of cleaned up that list, and I am all done with expired listing. So again, Monday through Thursday, circle prospecting. Friday, expired listing. Saturday, circle prospecting for about another hour or so. Each of these days, I call for an hour, but I have a triple line dialer. So depending on who answers and how long those calls go, um, I can get through 250, maybe 300 calls. Um, I have a hourglass sitting right behind my laptop here where I'll flip that and really I just call until all the sand drops. So, it takes some time, maybe an hour, hour, 15 minutes or whatever. It's super old school, but it's just a good visual. And once that drops, then I'm done calling. And then I go back to managing the transactions that I do have. I block off time in the afternoon to do some email prospecting. So for people that I have emails for, people that I've had appointments with, just doing follow up, seeing if they're still interested, emailing current clients that I have to make sure that I'm not dropping the ball anywhere, and then keep in touch with like my mortgage lenders, my title companies, and things like that, just to kind of stay on top of things. Um, I don't have a team; it's just me and a transaction manager that I use, um, and then the rest is my contractors, vendor list of people that I use to move a transaction forward. Um, when I get a listing, I assign a warranty to it because it helps with the inspection process. So if somebody gets an inspection and stuff comes back, I can let them know, just pay 400 bucks and get this stuff taken care of. You know, um, so it's pretty easy to do that. You make a little investment up front, and it gives some security. So anyway, rambling on, but that's it for today's calls. I did the expireds. Didn't get any leads today, but I did talk to some people that was good. And every so often, one hits. That's about it. All right. Thanks for watching.